Hey, it's the Midnight Round, and today we are trying another episode of Chronophoto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm the Midnight Raven. We have tried Chronophoto 5 times before, and I have done slightly better to worse on each one. If you don't know what Chronophoto is, basically we're going to guess the year that the photos were taken. There are 5 photos in total. You have 1 photo and 1 attempt to guess the year, ranging from 1900 to, I believe, 2010 or 2020. And the idea is to try and guess the year. The closer you are to the year, more points you get. And the idea is to try and get the year bang on the nail. But we have only done it like once where I've got it smack bang the exact year. We've come close, but we still have lots to learn. So let's try photo number 1. So we're going to guess the year. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so when the photos eventually arrived, as you can see down here, we can go from 1900s to 2020. So here we have a photo of what look like tourists. They're in a country. I can't see the flag. I'm going to guess this is somewhere in Europe, just based on the architecture. Now, the people that are in the photos, they look modern. You've got jeans, pushchairs look modern. Everything looks fairly modern. But as you said, we can go from 1900s right up to 220. So, judging by the clothes, this kind of baggy, not baggy jean, but they're like mum jean look here. Obviously, anyone could be wearing fashion. I mean, you could wear 1970s flares in there. Is it going to throw me off? Probably not. But this is like touristy Europe, you know, holiday makers seeing this monument, which looks really impressive, if I'm honest. I think this is probably around, I'm going to say this is probably 215. I don't think this was that long ago. So I think we are going to take this little thing up here. And we're going to go, I think it's probably 215. I don't think it was that long ago. I think this is probably pre-pandemic. I mean, pandemic was what, 2019? I'm going to say this is before then, because a lot of people seem to be like really close together. So we are going to go, I think we're going to go 215. And then what you do is you scroll down. Hang on. You go down here and you press the button. And it was 220. Okay, so we were close. This was during the pandemic. This must have been sort of, because the pandemic was like February 2020. So it must have been just as the pandemic was happening, because a lot of people didn't seem to be wearing masks in that. So we were 5 years off. So we get 640 points. I'll take that. That was fine. I mean, it's not on the nail, but that was close. Okay, so this is basketball. Is this basketball? Gatorade sponsor basketball? I don't know. I mean, he's in tighty little shorts, so we're going to go with that. And then you got these picture of women. I hope YouTube don't turn my video off for this. Remember, there are only pictures, YouTube, and they are all covered women. I don't know much about basketball, I must say. Let's have a look at the fashion. There's not much fashion going on, is there? But the women, how they're posed, this blonde hair. I'm going to say this is the 80s. I think we're going in the 80s. Judging by the women and their hairstyle and that kind of sweepy 80s long flowing curls. I think we're going to go for like 85. Now I can hear loads of you going, you can't just use clothes and their hairstyles to pick a year. Yes, I can. Because what else am I going to go on? The tightness of his tighty whities here. I mean, the cameras, I mean, I don't know how on leaps and bounds TV cameras have come, but I'm going to assume they are fairly, you know. So I'm going to say this is like 85. I'm going to say 85. Okay. Ooh, 1989. So we were 3 out this time. Ooh. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay, so this was 1989. I said 1995. So we were just in the 80s. Just about. Ooh, I'm feeling good today. We're going to get one on the nail today, I think. Or we might not. We have 3 more photos to go. If you're in this big thumbs up, like and subscribe as well. Today we're doing really well. Okay, so we have what looks like a high street in either China or Japan. As you can tell by the language down here, it's China or Japan. Couldn't tell you which, because honestly, I don't know much difference between the Japanese and the Chinese language and how they're written. But judging by, let's have a look at the fashion, because fashion is something, I don't know fashion, but I can tell mostly by fashion. I mean, things like this, street lamps, there's people that have these on my street at home. The fashion, I think this is another 90s. I think we're looking at 90s here. I think we're looking up here. I don't think this is like 40s or 50s. I think we're looking at maybe 2000s. I mean, judging by the clothes, they look kind of samey. Nothing really screaming. No one's wearing masks or anything. It all looks kind of modern. But I know that's the hard thing to say, that everything looks modern, because in Japan, they're like years ahead of us in like tech and robots and stuff. So yeah, okay, I'm going to say 2000. 1992, okay. Oh, okay, we didn't do so good. We were quite a bit away. We were like half away from it. I mean, 90s, maybe. I honestly thought it was a bit more modern. But pictures can be deceiving. That's the one thing with a picture. Fashion, especially, can be from any era. Okay, now we're looking at this. Oh, this is vintage now. Now we're getting somewhere, because now we're going to use something other than fashion, because if you look here, this says Pepsi Cola. Now, Pepsi Cola was actually stopped being made by Pepsi. Ooh, Pepsi Cola, fruit cup. What else have we got? So this has got to be the 50s. This has got to be down in the 50s, because I know for a fact that Pepsi Cola was made until I think it was the 50s, or at least sometime in the 50s. Pepsi Cola, I know, has been around, and that they've reinvented it and redone the recipe. But genuine Pepsi Cola was a thing, I believe, up until the 50s. Don't quote me on that. Or it could be the 40s. Ooh. The hairstyle says 50s, like that kind of slick back look. This kind of hairstyle here screams 50s to me. It's like post-war hairstyle where they had the gel and that then to use. I know they used gel and stuff during the war, but I think this 1950s slick look. So I'm going to go. I think we're going for 1950. Ooh, 1947. Ooh, this guy's hairstyle had been kept slightly longer. Oh, 1947. So again, I'm so close. I said it was probably after the war because of his slick look. I am on fire today. I am doing really well. Okay, so we need to go down. I can't go down apparently. Oh, there we go. Okay, next round. Okay, last round. So we've done fairly well, I would say. Okay, so zoom. Fish and chips. We've got a phone box. Tell me where you can find a phone box nowadays. We actually have a phone box in town, but it's literally non-working. Ooh, look. Here. Moonraker. Now, Moonraker was... Isn't that a Bond movie, Moonraker? Moonraker, was that a Bond movie? I think. Moonraker. Ooh. Moonraker. So this is obviously... When did Moonraker come out? I'm going to say 70s. Judging by the fashion, the hair, and I think Moonraker was a 70s Bond movie. Ish. Was it 75? Ooh, I want to finish on a high. That's entirely possible. But Moonraker was a Bond movie. I can't remember which Bond was in it. Ooh, but her fashion, this like striped, and the hair, the kind of swept perm, and zoom. I don't know zoom at all. Ooh, I'm gonna say, I think it's 75. 79. Oh, come on. I mean, oh, Moonraker came out in the 70s. I knew that much. I knew as much that Moonraker was a 70s film. Oh, God. Okay, so round number one, I said 215 and it was 220. That was actually really good. This one, we didn't do too badly. I said 85. It was 1989. This one, we were quite off. I said 2000. It was 1992. Didn't really have a lot to go on here, if I'm honest. This one, I honestly believed it was 1950 due to the slick back hair. And it was 1947. And I said it was probably post-war, and obviously the war was up until 1945, so I was right that it was post-war, but I went too far. But I got a lot of points for that. And then the last one, I said it was 1975, and it was 1979, giving me a grand total of 3,286. My highest score to date, I believe. I think it's my highest score to date. So let me know what you thought of this video. Amazingly, I was so close on like 4 out of 5 today. Let me know down below how well you did. If you want me to do some more of these, let me know. I am trying to get a perfect score. It's never going to happen, but everybody seems to enjoy watching me suffer and squirm to see how close I'm getting. This was probably the best one we've done in a while. If you want to see more of these, like and subscribe to the channel. Give it a big thumbs up. It's free. Join the 2.8k followers that I now have. and I will see you all very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.